Shalom, family. Good to see everybody here. We're going to talk about how much this government paid when the immigrants, before they're being ran out of here now, but prior to them being ran out, what they were paying to actually house them. And it is outrageous. And it's way too outrageous for them to continue to say they don't have money for reparations, but they certainly have like a dump truck size to pour on everything else up in here. So, we know it's a farce. They got the money. If they really wanted to pay, they could. All this BS about they don't have money is a load of garbage. And we all know it. How you doing, True Royal? Shalom.
I'm doing fine.
So we're going to talk about exactly what they are spending. And I think some of us will be surprised and some will not. We know how horrible these folks are, but they want to continue to play us like we're stupid. Okay, so we know all of the funding that went towards these migrants, as they called it up in here, came through FEMA. And New York City alone spent $59 million on the illegals. $59 million, y'all. So for FEMA employees were fired after spending millions of dollars to New York City to house and care for illegal migrants. This is according to the Department of Homeland Security. Effective immediately, FEMA is terminating the employment of 4 individuals for circumventing leadership. And so what they did was they doled out this money, y'all, and they did it in a way where it was not even authorized, but they did it anyway. And I bet every dime in my wallet, these 4 employees are immigrants themselves or the offspring of immigrants. I bet that's what they were. So, anyway, the firings were first reported by Fox News, including a FEMA chief financial officer and 2 analysts and 1 grant specialist. So it was 4. So 59 point. Can you just believe that? And this paid for luxury hotel rooms for the migrants. You want to chime in on this one, True Royal?
Yeah, I want my check, Lisa.
Me too.
Shoot, that's a lot of money.
That is. And for people that don't even pay taxes up in here. So they said the money was meant for American disaster relief. Instead, the money was used on high-end hotels for illegals. $59 million. That could have been a down payment on our reparations.
Yep.
And that's what they did.
I'm looking at this. This ain't nothing but a damn paid vacation.
Right.
Damn.
So they are insisting, these employees that were fired are insisting that the money was never paid to luxury hotels for housing immigrants. The money is not a disaster relief grant, but they said this is how the money was spent in New York City. It's amazing. But if you say the words reparations, oh, we don't have the money for that. Oh, y'all stop playing games with us. What did we say? Stop playing in our faces. Well, that's what they are doing. They are playing in our faces, y'all.
Yeah. You know what I was thinking, Lisa? We've been seeing a lot of videos where these immigrants, they coming to us and they asking us to help them, or they just saying all kind of stuff. And it just hit me that one of the reasons why I said to you behind the scenes that one of the reasons why I think that they're not coming at these white folks is because they think they're going to come back. And then another thing is this money that's being spent, they feel entitled to this. They feel like they are so special that they are entitled to this. And that, like you were saying, some of them said, well, we got family values. I heard another one say, well, we work hard and all. We got family values. We work hard too.
Right.
But there's an entitlement. There's an entitlement because of the way that this government is pampering them. So they felt like they were favored over us. And remember, I was sharing with you that it's like going through a death for them. They're in shock. They're going through grief and all of that. It's a lot of moving parts to this.
Yeah, they're still trying to process what's going on. And the thing is, if they, it's hard for people that are racist to get racism kicked back up in their faces. They don't know how to handle it. And look, they are going home, and I'm looking at so many videos of them being deported and they crying. And I said, is it really this bad for you to go home? It's like once they get here, they don't want to see their homeland anymore.
Well, if somebody putting you in luxury hotels and feeding you real good and all,
Giving
you
you
know.
350 a month for doing absolutely nothing.
Well, I had read an article, Lisa, in Chicago. They was giving them $350 a week in SNAP benefits just for food stamps.
Food
And
stamp.
they said, well, what was the reason for it? And they said, well, they have to eat their the food from their culture, so it's going to cost them a little bit more.
Well, why, if they want to eat the food from their culture, why don't they just stay home?
Mm-hmm.
And they
Mm-hmm.
can eat the food from their culture all day and all night.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I see it. So
Mm-hmm.
anyway, the funds which city officials said were allocated last year under the Biden administration were likely sent via to shelters and services which reimburse cities, towns, and organizations for immigration related expenses. The money is authorized and funded by Congress and is separate from FEMA's disaster relief fund, which is the agency's main funding stream to help people and governments affected by disasters. It's amazing. They can pull money out of thin air when it's for anybody except for us. And then when we say reparations, they say, where are they going to get the money from? Isn't that a joke?
Yeah, they try to make us feel
guilty. Get the money from? Are you freaking kidding me? Where did you get this money from?
They try to make you feel guilty, like if we got reparations, it would break the country.
Well, then I say break the damn country. I want to get paid.
That's right. Because look at all
break the country. I don't care.
Look at all that money that Biden had sent over there to for the Ukraine war. And
yeah, that's why I said break the damn country. Who the hell cares? I mean, if all the money that you poured into these immigrants didn't break the country, I don't see how our reparations will break the country. Look, didn't they just admit when Elon broke into the treasury with his DOGE team? Didn't they say they had $6 trillion in there? All they got to do is take half of that and give that to us. Take 3 trillion, break that out and give it to us. If it's going to break your country, tough luck. I'm serious at this point.
Well, it was show
you. Pay me. Pay me, broken or unbroken. Pay my ass.
It would stimulate the hell out of this country.
I don't care nothing about your country collapsing. Let it collapse. I want to be paid.
Anyway. It's gonna get collapsed anyway.
At the rate y'all going, there's no way to save it. So I don't care what condition your country's going to be in. If you give us this money, give me my money. That's the way I see it. Okay. DHS, which oversees FEMA, it directed Customs and Border Protection to transfer $650 million to appropriation to FEMA. So this is according to the Congressional Research Service. It's amazing. So y'all can move that kind of money. And this is all for migrants.
That's amazing.
So, however, on one day of his presidency, Donald Trump signed an executive order making it easier to terminate employees in so-called policy influencing positions who failed to implement the president's agenda. They are required to faithfully implement administration policies to the best of their ability, consistent with the constitutional oath and vesting of executive authority solely in the president, the order states. Some people, I don't know if you heard this, True Royal. Some people are accusing Donald Trump of making those executive orders that he's signing all through AI. I don't know if it's true or not, but the accusation is out there. So, failure to do so is grounds for dismissal. Trump's budget team also ordered a temporary freeze on federal financial assistance, which a judge told him to unfreeze all that money, and I don't think he did yet.
Mm-mm.
So, the administration announced further executive action on Tuesday, the same day as the firings, to drastically reduce the size of the federal workforce with a hiring cap. More than 65,000 employees were already lured out of the agencies with buyouts. Yeah, I don't know if you heard, a judge ruled that Trump can do buyouts with federal employees.
Yeah,
All of that came from Elon. Elon
yeah,
did that.
yeah. I read about that. Hmm.
Okay, you're breaking up a little.
Oh, excuse me. I was saying that I had read about that.
Okay. Yeah. You're okay. Okay. So, they're saying speculation to the Post that the FEMA employees had been fired for cause since they had been instructed by superiors not to commit the funding, referring to the temporary freeze. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but a judge ordered, I think like a day ago, for Trump to unfreeze all of those fundings, and I don't think he did. So, federal employee unions, Democrat state attorneys, generals, and others have challenged those orders. They're talking about Trump's executive orders, with judge dealing a blow to the Trump administration in some cases. But proponents of the administration actions have claimed that Trump has the sole authority under the Constitution to hire and fire executive branch employees. So, all of this is being challenged in court. He can't do everything that he's trying to do, y'all. Some things he can do, and some things are going to be tied up in court for years. It's not going to be as easy as you think. But I
Mm-hmm.
think the one thing that pisses me off is how fast, not only how much they poured on these migrants, but how fast they were able to do it.
Oh yeah, it wasn't no roadblocks, no meetings, no
No,
nothing. They
no studies.
just dish it out. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, this dish it out. Because I was sitting there thinking you might as well round it off to 60 million. Say if they was doing that in all 50 states.
Mhm. Mhm.
Now you're going into the billions.
Yes, and it is in the billions.
Mm-hmm.
So the years-long migrant crisis has so far cost $7 billion.
Damn.
$7 billion.
And they playing up here playing broke and playing all these
Mhm.
playing all these games and all, like I had found out last night that this country gave away billions of millions, not billions, billions of dollars, so the transgender community in other countries could have parades.
Yeah.
I'm saying, what?
They're having those in Israel?
What?
Yeah, they having um gay parades and everything in Israel.
That
The
ain't
the alleged chosen people, yeah, they're doing that.
yeah, that ain't. Oh Lord, that ain't necessary money to spend.
No, it's
And
not.
if the gay community feel offended by it, then feel offended by it. Spend your own damn money to have a freaking ass parade. Folks
Right.
need to eat out here.
Sure do. With all this inflation, who wants a parade over, being able to put food on the table?
Yeah.
So, just a week ago, they said FEMA gave New York City $81 million in funds. So it's not just 59 million that they were given. claiming that only 19 million of the 59 million went towards housing the migrants. But it really don't matter. I don't care if it was $6 million. It's $6 million that y'all refused to give us for reparations.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so the city expect the remaining $30 million of the 237 million committed by the Biden administration and funding will eventually be ponied out by the feds. So even before Joe Biden left, he gave these sanctuary cities money. I mean, this is unbelievable, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
these cities are still sitting on millions of dollars in federal funding.
So that tells me that Biden knew what was about to happen, so he was dishing out as much to his folks, because we didn't get nothing.
No,
We didn't get nothing.
we didn't get nothing.
Nothing at
And
all.
then they got the nerve to tell us they want us to be quiet
Mm-hmm.
as they do all this BS up in our faces.
Yeah, and they sitting on budgets this big.
Yes.
That is enormous.
Especially, like I said, if it's money for anybody but us, the money can be found.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah,
they don't have no problem finding the money, moving the money, and doing anything they need to do. But when you say reparations, they form their non-existent lips to tell you there is no money.
well, I,
Yeah, okay.
I remember my father had shared with me years ago that the descendants, and I purposely say this, of the fake Jews still receive reparations.
Yes. In
And the
fact,
people,
the great grandchildren
mm-hmm,
around today are getting that money.
I personally knew of a family of three. It was father, husband and wife, grown son. They all living in a house together. They received a little over 300,000 a year.
Well, I did a story a few years back, and there was a descendant of one of those Holocaust victims, and they were getting 800,000 a year.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's my suffering is worse than yours. No. No.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, y'all, the bottom line is this government is full of crap. They got tons of money. They
Mm-hmm.
don't want us, getting money so that we can start up another Black Wall Street,
Mm-hmm.
build up our own businesses, get decent housing, get decent cars and everything we need to
Mm-hmm.
make it up in here. They don't want to see you with any of those things.
Well,
So they would rather continue for the next umpteen years telling you there's no money, but at the same time, they're shelling out money for everything else.
yeah, but this exposes both parties. Now,
Yes, it does.
and right now I'm just looking at, because we looking at what the Republican Party is. They just as vile and disgusting, and the Democratic Party play that game like good cop, and it just shows you it is we do need to see this. It is some frivolous spending popping off. Like
Yes.
I've been saying for the longest, if Trump had an inkling of a brain, since he claimed he's has common sense, to get the masses on your side, lay this shit out and put it out in the open so
Well,
we
see,
can see it every day.
that's the biggest complaint everybody's having, True
Mm-hmm.
Royal.
Mm-hmm.
They keep closing down agencies and firing people and saying that it's wasteful spending, but they're not showing the
Because
public
they
what this
covering up too.
wasteful spending is.
They covering up too.
Mhm.
Everybody
They're not
lying to
showing
us.
nothing.
Everybody lying to us. Don't forget this, folks. them people behind the scenes will sit and talk and have lunch with each other. It's like two lawyers battling each other in court, and then they go behind the scenes. Hey, how you doing? You want to go golf this weekend? Don't be fooled by these people.
Mm-mm.
I don't care what party it is.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. At the end of the day, they all are friends. You know, you can even go online and see all the Republicans that were out golfing with Barack Obama. And you know who he went golfing with the most? John Boehner. Y'all remember crybaby John Boehner?
And Boehner constantly stabbed him in the back.
And they went golfing all the time. They weren't that upset with each other.
No. See, the divine hand is deeply in this, and yeah, we get upset how the tactics are and everything like that, but it's all going to be revealed.
Yes. I mean, yeah, of course there's wasteful spending. Look at the kind of people you got in charge. You got damn near criminal. You got criminals sitting up there in Washington, D.C. You know, yeah, it's going to be corruption. It's going to be stealing. And I just can't even remember. I can't even imagine the astronomical amounts of money that's going to be stolen by the time Trump and Elon is done with everything in Washington, D.C. Yeah, in my opinion, wasteful spend. He just finding money he can steal. That's all. And Elon, y'all, I went back and I listened to that press conference he did inside the Oval Office. I am 100% certain Elon is a junkie. Y'all, he uses so many words and he's saying absolutely nothing. I'm serious. It's like he's using all this long-winded talk, and then when he gets done talking, he said nothing.
Yeah, it's just that's what it sounds like to me.
He is a junkie. He talks like a junkie. You know how you talk to junkies and they talk really incoherent? Nothing they say or do makes any sense. That's what Elon sounds like. I went back and I had to watch it again, and I was like, I am certain this dude is on drugs.
You know what that's a sign of too, Lisa? Brain damage. Them brain cells, you can't restore brain cells. And he been doing whatever he been doing for so long, and then he getting the best cut of whatever. He ain't getting street level anything. And that dude be spaced out on that stuff.
You can, like True Roy said, you can see it in his eyes and his old demeanor. And when you hear him talk, it's just a bunch of gibberish. It literally is. It's like he and then he expresses it like he's making a real point, and he's not making a point at all.
Yeah, I went back and listened to him before you started this live stream because I wanted to hear the little boy cuss and talk bad to Trump, because I couldn't make out all of what he was saying, but I found what I needed. And I was listening to Elon. I was like, what did you say? And I said, I'm gonna just leave that right there, because I didn't understand that at all.
I said, no, that boy done heard that from adults around him.
Yeah,
he just repeating it. That's all.
He told Trump, "You not the president. You need to get out of here."
He said, "You ain't the effing president."
Sure did.
The boy cussed. He used the F word.
Yeah, and I said, now that goes to show you Elon having a conversation in the room with some other folks. They talk greasy about Trump.
Yes,
they said this fool will go for anything. And that little boy is listening to it. And keep this in mind, folks, that Elon and kidnapped that child. That he will not let the mama see that child. She has to see that child on the media.
Yeah.
You're still laughing. They now. I know. I was having fun last night. But yeah, you're right.
And yeah, I mean, that little boy he's 4 years old and already using the F word. Okay. And then told him to shush his effing mouth to Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And Donald Trump, because all those reporters were in the room, he really couldn't do nothing. But I don't think he would have anyway. If
Yeah.
any explosion would have happened, it would have happened after the cameras were gone.
Well, on some of them white channels, now I could be pronouncing it wrong. They said he's on Kettleman.
Catamine. Yeah.
Catamine. Okay,
Catamine.
Catamine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Catamine.
Yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
you know what? Whatever he's on, like I said, I have spoken to junkies before. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the one notable thing about them.
Mm-hmm.
They do a lot of babbling and they say absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
really the first sign right there.
And I've had that stuff, Lisa. I've only ever had it once when I had to go into the hospital. But before I went into the hospital, in order for me to make it from point A to point B, the ride was so painful. They had to give me that stuff. It didn't last long, but I was out of my effing mind. I was reciting Henry VIII. I remember the whole thing. I said, what the hell is this?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if he's talking like that and I'm sitting up here reciting something and I'm thinking to myself, why am I reciting this crap? And maybe like a half an hour later, it just went away. And I told them people, I'd rather just take a painful ride because it was just I didn't like because that's not my nature. I was just not myself. Yeah. And that stuff is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, a combination of both with some Coke. Oh Lord.
That's why I said, see, y'all think Elon and Donald Trump will fall out in 6 months to a year. I think it's going to be before then.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be before 6 months.
That's all the channels is talking about. Black channels, white channels, because I be going ear hustling, and that's something that they throw in there, and
No,
they haven't even talking about it after.
It's going to be before 6 months, y'all. There's no way Donald Trump is barely holding on now.
Because that little boy cussing him out. Trust and believe.
Trust me, Donald Trump don't even want kids in that Oval Office.
No, he don't.
Y'all know that he don't want kids in there.
Let me tell you what they were saying on them white channels. They was like, okay, when you come to see Trump, you got to have on a suit and a tie.
Right. And you saw the way he was dressed. He was very casual.
I'm like, what in the hell?
But Donald Trump was in there with 2 advisors. And if in one shot, you could see them off to the side. And both of them had on suits and ties.
But Elon
came in there casual. And I know Donald Trump did not like that.
And you right, Carrie, right. He don't particularly care for his own grandkids.
No, you don't see them grandkids around Donald Trump a lot. You don't. And the bottom line is, you think he gonna keep taking that from Elon's little runt? He ain't gonna take that off of that little boy too much longer.
You know, somebody pulled Trump to the side and said, "Did you hear that little effing kid? Said what he said to you?"
Oh no, I can imagine the cuss words Donald Trump used when that whole thing was over.
And I know somebody real close to Trump said, "You need to get Elon up out of here, because if that little boy talking, see, he wouldn't want me in his ear, because I know what to say to push all kind of buttons."
Kids that age is repeating stuff. That's a 4-year-old. He ain't coming up with that mess on his own. He's repeating that stuff.
I wish I was in Trump's ear. He wouldn't be happy with me. I wouldn't let it go. I'd be like, there's that little boy. Here he come. But you know what this one lady said on the channel about Elon? They said Elon is exploiting that child and using him as a human shield. And I said, I can see that, because he knows he ain't liked.
Exactly. Y'all. I mean, Elon is telling you he's finding wasteful spending, but you really got to go back and look. A lot of these, there are several agencies that were investigating Elon for a variety of different reasons. And it's just miraculous how he's going after all of those agencies. All of them. He's saying wasteful spending, but to this very day, he has not showed any proof that wasteful spending is going on. Do I believe it's going on? Yeah, but he hasn't showed it.
Yeah, but you
We
know what?
haven't seen no evidence of it.
See, Lisa, you didn't put something on my mind now, and I ain't gonna let it go. Elon moving like a dope fiend.
Yeah. I'm
You know,
telling you, I'm telling you, he's a junkie. I
and
can see it and I can hear it when he speaks.
because they say that Joker, well, he don't have no problem. Now, you're a billionaire. He don't have no problem sleeping on the floor, sleeping on the couch, or anything. If I'm a billionaire, I ain't sleeping on no damn floor. I ain't sleeping on no damn couch. I'm gonna be comfortable every night.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, your daughter said the same thing. Interesting. Yeah, so just think a dope fiend, folks. You think he's a meth head?
He could be.
Yeah, it could be a combination.
You can't rule nothing out.
He might be using a speedball. They be taking uppers and downers. They be all over the place.
Yeah.
Now I'm starting to understand why he be pulling the disappearing acts. He be toe back. That's what that is.
Yeah. Yeah, they said them Germans are real upset with Elon coming over there trying to influence their election. They didn't like that. And now his car sales are down in Germany too. He don't leave a good impression everywhere he goes. He leaves a negative one. For real.
Ooh, look at these combos y'all coming up with. I ain't seen that word in years. Mescaline?
Yeah.
Goodness. Some of them people use that stuff and never come back. That's like in the 70s when they was using all that LSD. Some people still stuck.
You know, George Clinton said that. He said he got high with a certain group of people and said he's never been the same.
You can't mess with that stuff. That's brain damage.
That is true.
You said that's the Silicon Valley
so
drugs.
Y'all, let me just put you all on warning. The government is due to either shut down or get extended in March 19th. And you got Trump and Elon both in there, and you know Elon was screaming and hollering for the government to shut down back in December. And see, that was prior to Donald Trump taking office. Now that they're in office, yeah, it's a great chance the government will shut down.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Because you know they're trying to do as much damage to this government as possible.
Yeah, if it's possible, load up your cabinets, you know, protect your money, however you're going to protect your money and all. But Lisa, I got to say something before you get off here. I'm going to tell you, Lisa, you're not right. So I had to catch up on some things on your channel. I'm going to tell y'all, don't eat nothing when you go over to Lisa's channel. I went over there to her channel this evening, food flying out my mouth. I'm looking at Candace Owens looking like a little boy. I was done. I was not prepared for that shit.
Ooh, girl was looking rough back then.
Oh, girlfriend.
You know what was funny? Somebody wrote in the comment section, Trandis.
Y'all crazy. Lisa, I wasn't prepared for that shit. You didn't tell me. Oh my goodness. I couldn't hold my food in my damn mouth.
And then somebody said she looked like one of the Jacksons. Like,
no, the Jacksons look better than that. I mean, they didn't put no little earrings and ponytails in her hair.
That's what I said. They didn't do nothing to her, just put her out there. And I think her hair was probably slicked back, but it made her look like a dude up in that picture.
She looked like an ugly little boy. It wasn't nothing handsome about that shit.
No.
Ugly.
I was like, damn, Candace, you were a hard-looking kid, huh?
You know, there's a phase where you go through the uglies.
Yeah,
Some
some
do.
people call that the awkward stage that you go through.
Lord, I seen that. I was like, damn, where did Lisa find that? I said,
Oh,
oh,
it's all over the place. There are people dragging her because you know how Candace always talk against LGBTQ,
well,
and
she live for that.
they said Candace went through a tranny stage.
You know what? Candace is hard looking from her head to her toes.
We already saw them ate up toes.
Oh boy, look like them Brazilian nuts.
Uh-huh.
Oh
Give
wait.
you the mild version. The videos on that are way harsher than than anything I put up on Candace.
She don't want me to put up one because you remember I put up one about her when she was living in that fancy apartment. Now she ain't paid no damn rent. I don't know how she hustled these people, and the rent was $6,000 a month. So Candace in there playing like she said she got yeast infection from mold damage from the
You don't get
apartment.
no yeast infection from no damn mold. Look, I'm not a medical expert, but I know you don't get no yeast infection from
No,
mold.
Lisa,
Come
I
on.
wore her tail out. Oh
Uh-uh.
Lord, I said that don't even add up, Candace.
Uh-uh.
You know where you got that yeast infection from and all. You know, you should have got paid for them services, which you were servicing the community
Yeah.
and all.
Which
But she
I
couldn't.
think she probably just invested in knee pads instead of getting medical attention that she should have gotten.
Oh my goodness, Candace is. Oh my goodness, she got in.
Mhm.
She almost got in big trouble with them people. They was taking her to court.
Oh, Big Judah, you're here. Shalom.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, I put that up after I saw it because at first I have to tell you, I thought that was a boy.
Mm.
I did. I looked at it. I was like, "Who's that little boy?" And I was like, "Oh my goodness, Kansas."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it does look like her, but it also looks like a male.
But somebody wasn't doing their job with Candace. Like I said, they wasn't trying.
Wasn't her mother not around? Didn't she get raised by her grandparents?
I don't know what the deal is because Candace got a sister.
Yeah,
I've
she
seen her.
got a sister.
I
She got
seen
a
her.
brother too.
I seen her father at her wedding. He gave her away. I don't know what's going because her sister was out there defending her because she was servicing she was servicing the high school at the time, but it was them little white boys. Yeah, Candace had a reputation.
And she looked happier back then.
She looked Lord.
She looked very male and very happy, huh?
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
her grandfather the only one that would put up with her foolishness because he couldn't hear her ass. Ooh, see, now I know why Candace. Now, see, that all makes sense now. It all adds up. You know, we see a lot of pictures where Candace's hair would look wrong because nobody didn't put no time into her. She didn't have no, where the girls get in the room and play with each other's hair, or you go, somebody go send you. I mean, there was periods where I lived with my father, and my father would send me to go get my hair done. Goodness.
Yeah, I mean, back when I was in junior high school and high school, both my mother and I went to the hairdresser. At least once a month, we went to the hairdresser.
Yeah. Well, Candace don't look like she really,
Candace, yeah, they didn't invest no money in that. I mean,
Candace looked like she got straight up out of that swimming pool, all ashy looking, all of that. She didn't. I mean, goodness, Candace. Now I see why Candace act the way she do. She was hard to look at school.
But at least at that, I don't know what age she was in that picture, but at least at that age,
Yeah, that was rough. I was not prepared for that.
Very male.
I blame you for making me spit my dinner out this evening. I said, I'd be damn. I said, I done came over here. I ain't even prepared.
Mm-hmm. So,
Mm.
y'all, you now see that the government spent a lot of money on these illegals the whole time they were. And this is just New York. You're not even talking about Colorado, California,
Mm-hmm.
right? Texas, and other Florida. You're not even talking about the other locations that they were in. You're talking about one city got that
Mm-hmm.
amount of money. And then on top of that, before Joe Biden left, he gave New York City $81 million to keep paying for housing for the illegals. But
Wow.
when you say, yeah, Chicago, there you go, Chicago. But when we say reparations, nope, there's no money. Nope, there's no money.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. But they'll spend 2 or 3 million for a study.
Yes.
It ain't nothing to study.
And then the study comes back as y'all still ain't getting reparations. The
Mhm.
study that's what the outcome of the study, right? You still
Mhm.
ain't getting no
Yep.
reparations.
Same old, same old.
So you paid $2 million just to tell us no. Okay.
Hmm.
You,
Yeah.
you could have saved your money.
That's the mess Gavin Newsom pulled up here again. They already spent millions of dollars studying, and then after they rejected all this mess, then he talking about he gonna put some more in there for studying. I mean, you didn't already study it once, so
Right.
what is
Come
else
on.
there to study?
That study stuff is just
That ain't no
it's
stall
a
tactics.
sham.
That's all that is, stall tactics.
It's a sham. They know those studies ain't going nowhere. And I mean, you didn't have to study these illegals up in here. Y'all knew exactly what to do and how to move the money and get money to them right away. Y'all didn't need no study to do any of those things.
See, we should have been in line acting like we couldn't speak a lick of nothing. Don't just shake your head, yes or no. You know.
Some woman on TikTok said that. She
Uh-huh.
said, "What am I going to have to do to get money up in here?" She said,
Mm-hmm.
"Should I just go to the border? I put on my worst pair of shorts and t-shirt and go to the border and act like I can't speak English?" She said, "Is that what I got to do to get money up
Mm-hmm.
in
Yeah.
here?"
Just yeah, just shake your head. Don't say shit. Just up and down.
Mm-hmm.
And you get paid.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Because I bet you a bunch of them people came over there. They don't have nothing to identify their birthday or
No, you
anything.
know what they do when they get here? I was reading this not long ago. When they get here, they use the names of their relatives that are back home.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that's why when they get arrested, if they get arrested 10 times, they give the police 10 different names.
Okay, I'm learning some
And
things.
they said they're using the names of their relatives back home when they get caught by the police.
Okay,
So it's never their name.
relatives.
Relative names, but not their names.
Okay,
Mhm.
make me think. Well, I wouldn't use my relative's name, but
Well, I guess they're in another country. How are they gonna know anything? They don't
mm-hmm,
even know these people coming across the border. They don't know who these folks are. They can
mm-hmm.
give any name, any number, anything, any birth date. They don't, you know what I mean? It doesn't. They don't know them. They have not been vetted,
No, they
so
haven't.
they can say and do whatever they want. They can give you any name, any age. It really doesn't matter,
That's a damn shame, Lisa, how loose this country is. And
except
how,
for us.
but I
Except
don't
for
know,
us.
there's no other country on the planet that would spend that type of money on folk.
No, but they sure don't spend no money on us. We know that they don't
I
spend
mean,
nothing
you
on
see,
us.
now you seen all them victims in California, and Biden offered them $700.
Yes,
What the hell you gonna do with $700?
nothing. That's what they offered those. Didn't they offer that same money to the people in North Carolina that
I
lost
think,
everything from the
yeah.
hurricane? I think they did. They offered them $700 and they were like, "We can't even get out of here. The roads are all washed out. They can't even spend their $700."
Uh-uh. But I mean, you gotta. I mean, you that don't even cover
750.
housing.
Okay, 750.
Okay, 750, 50 extra dollars. What's the damn difference?
I
What's the
know,
damn
right? And they said they couldn't even use the money because the roads were washed out.
Yeah. I mean, if you try to get a room for a night, that's damn near $200 a night for a room. I
Yeah.
done spent $200 for one night on a room, and it was okay. It wasn't no palace, but it was okay. Damn. Then you got to eat.
Yes.
And I keep telling everybody, eggs is crack. That's what me and my husband call it now. I said, baby, you want some crack? I said, let me have one. Let me have one. Because eggs, shoot, I'm going to come up on some eggs. I'm going to be an egg dealer now, Lisa. I'm going to be selling dime bags, 2 for $5.
No, can't have the whole dozen, but you'll sell them 2 in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah,
right?
I'm gonna put them in a Ziploc bag, and man, I'm gonna come up on some eggs. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have
I mean, y'all, this is a preview. Wait until summer gets here when everything naturally goes up because, it's a big travel season. And, prices always go up in the summer. Can you imagine? I said, I guess gas is going to be $10, $15 a gallon.
It's gonna go back to them COVID days, Lisa, where folks was going in them grocery stores with baskets of food and walking out. I mean, people got that desperate. But the way this shit is going, we ain't gonna have no food on the shelves.
No. And Donald Trump, y'all, and I might do the story for tomorrow. Donald Trump, they said, done put tariffs on damn near every country on this planet. Did y'all know that? It just came out like a day ago that he has put tariffs on virtually every country on this earth. And you know who's going to be paying for those tariffs, right? The American people. That's right.
Yeah, that's where it's going to go.
That's what he did.
I'm just giving y'all a heads up. If you go to the corner store, the eggs is cheap. I ain't asking no questions, but you can get a dozen eggs at the corner store for $4. I don't know where them jokers getting them eggs from, but white folks are stealing eggs.
Yeah, they said they're stealing them from restaurants and stores. Or now it said there's a lot of egg theft going on in the country. I mean, isn't that something? And they said the ones in the restaurant, people are running in there because restaurants buy them by the hundreds because they got to serve people all day. So I said, come on, that's an inside job.
That is.
That's an inside job. Come on.
Somebody gonna stick up the restaurant for eggs. They ain't gonna even want the money. Just turn over and get them eggs.
No, what they're doing, True Royal, is they're going early in the morning. Now, there was one that I spoke about in my story. They went there like 6 in the morning.
I seen the footage.
And stole all the eggs from this restaurant.
Yeah, I seen the footage where they was looked like they was in the back of a restaurant. And they was in a white van.
It was in a van. And I think that restaurant had several hundred eggs. Because, they use a lot of eggs for breakfast. And then, depending on what you order, a lot of those dishes require eggs. So, yeah, they use a lot of eggs every single day. So when they buy it, they always buy it in bulk.
And Costco be running out of eggs because we went to Costco. You got to go to Costco. Folks who don't work, you got to go to Costco early in the morning and be there when they open. And I told my family, see what I'm gonna do, Lisa. I'm gonna get the eggs for the family, but I'm gonna flip that. I don't care if it's my family. I'm gonna use them. I'm gonna flip it. I don't even care if they listening. I'm gonna come up on some eggs.
Yeah.
They could even be my children. I don't care.
just get them eggs.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna flip them eggs. Yeah. They can have a half a cart for $20.
Well, y'all, I ain't sweating the eggs. If eggs are $9 a carton, I'll just stop eating eggs.
I'm telling
I
you,
don't have to. I can live without it.
this is a great time to lose weight. Just telling y'all,
Mm-hmm.
because everything's so high. This is a great time to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought in a million years eggs would be an issue.
I know,
Mhm.
right? I never
Mhm.
thought I never thought any of this stuff. I mean, I knew it was going to be crazy under Donald Trump, but damn.
Can you imagine somebody drop an egg and bust it on the floor by accident?
That person gonna
Oh,
get there. That person may get the brakes beaten off their ass. Dropping an egg.
oh Lord,
They're dropped an egg. That might cost you your life.
Lord, you about to beat your ass. You
I
broke
mean,
an
we're laughing about this, but that shit might be true.
egg.
Somebody
Oh
gonna get
Lord.
jumped for dropping an egg.
Somebody done broke an egg in the house.
And don't let anybody get home, open the dozen, and one of the eggs is cracked. The boy, that supermarket better run for their life.
Oh Lord. Yeah,
Man,
folks
the
done
people
got
at the
anal about them
supermarket better
eggs.
run for their life.
Mm.
I got a crack egg from you. Everybody be scrambling and running for their life.
Oh Lord, that is funny.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
And don't be home and somebody in your family see you get ready to crack an egg. They go, you gonna be waking up on the floor saying, "What happened?"
So, I ain't inviting nobody over my house. Ain't nobody coming over my house. You can't get,
Uh-huh.
and you can't go in my refrigerator for shit.
Mhm.
I'll bring you a cup of water. Just stay your
Could
ass
you
in the
imagine them
room.
poor grandkids go in the fridge and, "Oh, there's something right here alongside. Get away from them eggs."
Oh Lord. You got to put the eggs. The eggs cannot go where they used to go in the refrigerator. You're going to put them in a very secure spot,
Mhm. And
way back someplace. Because you can't.
anybody anybody hand go near them eggs, they gonna get a baseball bat to the head.
It sure is. Eggs, they
Oh,
got
man.
precious.
Yeah, I
Mm,
mean,
mm,
that
mm.
it's ridiculous. It's
Mhm,
ridiculous. It really technically don't have to be this way,
mhm.
but
It don't.
you got a bona fide fool in the White House.
Mhm. And he got a child that clowned him. But see,
Yes,
Trump,
he
Trump,
did.
Trump,
Oh,
Trump.
man.
Can you imagine Trump was a horrible child. So he just got some of his own medicine back.
He sure did. That boy cussed at him, y'all. That little Elon little boy X cussed at Donald Trump
Mhm.
twice.
Mhm.
Mm, mm, mm.
So you ain't gonna
Yeah,
find.
y'all be careful because them eggs, you may need an exorcist.
Ooh.
Man,
What is it?
it's
The thief
crazy.
stole 20,000 eggs worth 40 grand. See, I'm
Yes,
telling you. No,
yes,
see, no, them eggs
yes.
ain't worth 40 grand. I would have got 80 out of it.
They got 20,000 eggs. I read about that.
Yeah, I would have got 80 out of it. I ain't no 40. 40 my ass. Do you want
But
these eggs or not? And
can
I'll
you
just walk
imagine
off.
that you be going out, people selling eggs out of their damn car trunk?
I know. I'm telling you, two eggs for $10. That's it.
Mhm,
That's it.
mhm.
Now on Friday, maybe 3.
Man, I remember, True Royal, when you were growing up, did them folks come down your street that would go shoplifting and then come and sell everything? That used to happen in the hood all the time.
All the time, Lisa.
Somebody would come and pop open the trunk, and we be
Mhm.
having some big TVs. I was like, "How the hell you get out the store with that?" And back then in the day, people used to wear them long maxi coats. Y'all know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Oh, I
And they
remember my
would have
cousin.
maxi coats, t-shirts, shorts, dresses, shoes. and they would have like big old TVs. I was like, you got out the store with that big
You know what?
and they would steal all of it.
I have a cousin that's a booster, and I went over her mama house, and the whole back room looked like Walgreens. I said, "What in the hell? What did her and her little friends had ripped off Walgreens one night, and they had it all lined up. It was kind of like this, like one corner had different items and everything in there. And me and my grandmother, we just got us a bag, and we just started just putting whatever we wanted in the bag. They hit a Walgreens. They wore Walgreens out.
Yeah, I mean, these folks, they would go in the store, get every size you want. I was like, what the hell? No. And we used to get some of the stuff, especially if it was some good stuff. But yeah, you would always have them people come down in the hood. They would have one of them big old.
Or they come to the beauty shop or the barber shop.
No, they used to have them. Remember them big long Cadillac sedan DeVilles? They would have one of them big, the car's like a damn boat, right? They would have it loaded in all this stolen goods.
Oh my Lord. Oh yeah, I remember them days. But yeah, I couldn't. I to this day, I don't know how my cousin and them girls pulled that off.
Oh yeah, Pampers. Yep, you're right. I would see the diaper. They would have bags and bags of diapers and formula. Oh my goodness, they had all this stuff.
Lincoln Town cars.
No, back in my day, they had those Cadillac, them long Cadillac sedan DeVilles.
Yes, Christopher, it was in Oakland. Yes, it was. And I know what store it was too. We talking about early 90s when this went down. Oh, and they hit. Oh, and I tell you another store they hit up: Victoria's Secrets. Because the same stuff was in the room. So that night they hit Walgreens, and then they went to Victoria's Secrets. They wore them out.
I remember one time I went shopping with like 5 of my friends from junior high school. I'm glad we didn't get caught because we would have all went to jail. When one of my girlfriends, y'all remember back in the day when those satin jackets used to be out? Yeah, I mean, maybe you don't. Maybe that was an East Coast
people thing. Wearing satin jackets.
Then maybe that was an East Coast thing.
No, they would wear the ones they would wear, Lisa. They would be like a starter jacket. It would just hit their waist.
Yeah, that's all these were.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Anyway, we walk out the store, right? We went in a store called Learners. We walk out the store. One that had on the satin jacket. She reached in her jacket. She pulled out a pair of pants, 3 shirts, stockings. I was like, what the hell? I didn't even see her do all of this in the store. I mean, she was just pulling stuff out left and right that she stuffed down in her jacket.
Wow.
And I was like, well, Dan, you did all of that?
Now, Christopher,
some of our people got some skills, man. They got them sticky fingers.
Now, Christopher, that one downtown Oakland, they would have to start closing that early. You remember they started closing that one early. See, our folks was hitting up Walgreens so bad in downtown Oakland, they would close like what, by 7 o'clock. Yeah, that one on Broadway. I know which one you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, Woolworths was the one we used to hit up when I was a kid because they used to have the big bins of candy, the Woolworths in San Francisco on Market Street. We wore Woolworths out.
We had one right around the corner that was walking distance. It was a Woolworths.
They had everything in there. Everything.
And then they changed it to Cowdoors, and I went down. I wasn't a big Cowdoors fan.
When they took Woolworths away in San Francisco on Market Street, it was like San Francisco died to me. That was the spot to go to. Yep.
Yeah.
Hop on the 5 bus. Boy, some San Francisco folks in here for real. Mm,
Mhm.
mm,
Yeah, we had a Woolworths right around the corner. You could literally walk to it. It was that close.
mm.
You shopped at Learners. Yeah. Yeah, we used to go in there and get a few things. I went in there a lot with my mother. She
Mhm.
and I used to go in Learners a lot. But I went a few times with my friends, and man, every time we went in there, they were walking out with whole outfits and everything. I was like, damn.
Mm, mm, mm.
I don't even be paying attention. I didn't even see them stuffing all them clothes down in their jackets and stuff. We were some badass kids. Somebody
Yeah.
should have beat our ass.
Mm, mm.
We were some bad behind kids, man. We really were.
Yeah, I invented dirt, Lisa. I was they said, "Oh, you're such a sweet child." My mother would find out stuff weeks later, months later. I still get my ass toe up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm, mm, mm.
I can't even tell you the times I was supposed to go to school, and y'all, we would catch the bus and go all the way over to Philadelphia. We wouldn't even be in school.
Well, when I was in
It
high
only
school,
took his mom, if my mom would have just came, because every now and then she would come up to the school. If she would have came up to that boy, I would have been in so much trouble when I got home, but she never caught it.
my mother came up to the school once and I wasn't there.
Oh
And
man.
she came to bring me my lunch
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't go to school. And when she got home, I was asleep. She said, "I'm gonna beat your ass." I left the house. I wasn't taking that ass kicking that day. I said, "Nah, I'm gone." I
Mm-hmm.
ran out the house.
Mm-hmm.
I had to come on back and get it anyway.
Well, the one time I almost got busted, y'all, but the good part was my mom came home from work and caught me. See, what happened was I had a curfew. I had to be home at a certain time. And this particular night, I was partying out with some friends, and my mother came home from second shift. I was down in the kitchen. Y'all,
Mm.
my hair was still done. I had makeup on. I was standing there and I'm like, "Oh my goodness, I just froze."
Oh,
She
Lisa.
was so tired. She looked at me and said, "Oh, you still up? You need to cut these lights out and go to bed." I was so grateful that she didn't take a good look at me because I had just got in. I just beat her home, maybe by just a few minutes. And I just knew she was going to look at me and say, "You just got in here." But she
Mm.
did. She was just so wiped out from work, she didn't even notice.
Wow, Lisa, you dodged a
I
bullet.
had my face with makeup on it. My hair was still done. I still had the outfit on that I was partying, and it was extra short.
Mhm.
You know how it was back then. We trying to attract the guys, so I had on short shorts. And
Wait,
yeah, my ass had on Daisy Dukes, y'all.
what?
Yeah, it was in Daisy Dukes. You know, we
Oh
were
my
trying to,
Lord.
we were trying to attract the boys back then. And that's how I was dressed. And my mother came in and she was like, "Are you still up?" I'm like,
Oh,
"Oh
Lord.
my goodness."
Mm.
Thank goodness she was so tired she didn't notice. I would have
Oh,
got my
Lord.
butt lit up, y'all. If she knew I had just came in
Mm,
early
mm.
in the morning like that. Oh man.
How old were you?
I was I was about 16.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I had no business having on Daisy Dukes, y'all, especially outside with yeah, I had no business having that on, but I did.
Oh my Lord. Your mama had to be awful tired.
She was.
Uh-huh.
I did tell her years later, and she was like, she told me, she said, "I was wiped out from work and I didn't pay attention." And I said,
Mm.
"Yeah," I said, "and that worked in my favor." Yeah, that worked in my favor that night.
Mhm. Wow.
Oh yeah, I had on the Daisy Dukes. I had the body for it back then. I
Mm-hmm.
had the body for them Daisy Dukes.
See. Mm-mm-mm.
I would never in a million years. Now that I'm in the truth,
Mm-hmm.
half of the stuff that I wore, y'all, I would never in a million years put on my body now.
Mm.
I would not wear none of that stuff. Mm.
Mm-mm-mm.
That was like that's when I told y'all when I went down south that summer, I was flat chested,
Mm-hmm.
bony. And then when my mom came to pick me up at the end of the summer, I grew boobs. I had
Mm-hmm.
curves.
What did they feed you down there, Lisa?
That's what my
Damn.
mom said. She was like, I dropped off a little girl and I picked up a woman.
Mm-hmm. Goodness.
I tell you, I said it was the southern air. It was that southern air.
Mm-mm-mm.
I tell you.
Well, you
Y'all
should have never said Daisy Dukes. Everybody in here putting Daisy Dukes in here.
see, that's because they were fast like me and had them
Oh.
on. That's why.
Uh-huh.
Lonzo Thompson, thank you for becoming a new channel member. See,
Mm-hmm.
y'all snuck and did that mess too.
Mm-hmm.
You know darn well. Now that you're in the truth, you know you wouldn't put that stuff on no more.
What you got in here? Cat suits,
Now,
hot
see, I didn't
pants,
wear no cat suit. Now you were beyond fast. See, you were fast.
a cat suit.
No, I didn't do the cat suit.
Mm.
Yeah, I did hot pants. My hot
Mm.
pants, and like I said, I had my Daisy Dukes.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I didn't weigh nothing back then, so I could I could wear I could wear that stuff with ease.
Mini skirts,
Yeah, well, I used to wear mini skirts.
blouse, and halter tops. Lord.
Hmm.
Okay, yoga
Short
pants.
short skirts, yeah, yoga pants, cat suits.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, I had some jumpsuits, but I didn't like wearing them all the time because I have to almost undress myself just to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, it's a
So
lot.
I didn't care for them. I did have a few, but I didn't wear them that often.
You don't know what hot pants are? My mama wore hot pants in the
My
70s.
mother did too.
I got pictures to this day.
Back in the day, my mom, she was thin and tall and she would wear hot
Mhm.
pants.
Yeah,
We
my
used to
mother
wear
was.
the culottes too. Y'all remember those?
I used to wear culottes. I remember
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
I tell you what I
I had
didn't like.
coveralls too. I had them.
I didn't like bell bottoms.
You
Those
didn't?
was oh Lord, those was ugly.
You see, I
Mm.
had bell bottoms.
I did not like bell bottoms at all. You couldn't
Mhm.
pay me to wear them.
Yeah.
I ain't heard that word in years. Halter tops.
Mhm. I
Mm.
remember one guy untied a girls at school one day.
Mm.
She was messing with him, and she had a halter top on, so he undid her halter top.
Ooh. You remember like when the girls would fight, the boys could not wait to them girls' shirts would come off and bras would come off. That's what they would be waiting for.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. No, the boys were a lot worse in Philly. You know
Mm-hmm.
what they used to do in the summertime? You know how you had them lightning bugs?
No, we didn't have them here.
You didn't have lightning bugs? Well,
Mm-mm.
anyway, we would have the lightning bugs and they would be flying and your little tail would be flashing and
Mm-hmm.
everything. What they would do is they would take them and take the little bulb out of them, rub their hands together, and then grab our butts, and our butts would be glowing in the dark.
Oh my goodness. What did you think of?
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Mm-hmm.
No, we didn't know
Yeah,
light.
lightning bugs. See, some of the people know they've seen those before.
I'm way up here in California. We don't have no lightning bugs.
Y'all don't have lightning bugs in California? Well, you got them
Mm-mm.
over here on the East Coast.
Now, there's some folks up here from Northern California. Did y'all feel them earthquakes today? We have 4
Yeah.
earthquakes.
True Royal said there were like 4 that
I was
happened in Northern California.
I felt 2 of them. They were coming
Mhm.
back to back. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, the funny part is when we used to go down south, they had different color ones down south. The most of the ones that we saw in Philly were yellow. They had the yellow glow.
Mm.
You know, every now and then you would see a red or a white one or a blue or green one. And then when you get down south, you be seeing, I mean, y'all got colors I never seen before in lightning bugs.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Lisa Christopher about that Hayward fault line. I'm not too far from it.
Yeah.
Like 5 minutes from it. But yeah, it's been shaking.
Yeah, that's terrible.
It shook enough to scare my cats.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh. And
Yeah.
all these, and every day a plane is falling out the sky.
I know.
Oh, Lord. Every day.
You were yelling and screaming and running from bugs. I
Mm.
wasn't running. It depends on the bug. You know, I didn't run from all of them. You know, I was not afraid. Like every year we get those big praying mantis, and I was like, where do these things? How do they get this big? Some of them are like as long as your damn arm.
Now in Southern California, because I lived down there for a while as a child, and when we would be on our bike, the bumblebees would come straight for you. They wouldn't chase you. They would come straight at your face.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we got the bumblebees, but they don't do that here. They
They did that
usually
down
just
there. I'll never forget that.
stay in the flowers and stuff, but they don't really do anything to you. They're just big. Massive spiders in Oregon, really?
Oh, I didn't know that Trump had did that. So ever since Trump's discredit, the Tuskegee Airmen planes have been crashing. Ooh, Trump.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, it seems like it's everything. It's like the commercial airplanes, it's the private planes. I did one on the SEPTA train that caught fire and had 350 passengers. And then I saw the USS
Mm-hmm.
Truman
Mm-hmm.
got into a collision out there in the Egypt. I think it was like around Egypt.
Yeah, it was. Mm-hmm.
And it's like all forms of transportation is taking a hit.
Yeah, it's been intense.
And then I think last week a plane flew into a bus.
A bus?
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, a plane hit a bus.
Mm. It ain't good to fly at all. I caught that ocean souls. You're not right. Talking about the cherries been shaking out the tree because of the
Mhm.
earthquakes. The cherries is
Mhm.
fine.
Yeah, praying mantis. We got a lot of those around here. You see them a lot in the summer.
Mm.
Grasshoppers too. Yeah. Yeah, but I was never afraid of grasshoppers.
Yeah, he fired the majority of the air traffic controllers.
Yeah. And you know, same thing Reagan did. When Reagan did it, the same thing happened. It was
Mm-hmm.
accidents all over the place.
Mm-hmm. I distinctly remember when he had got rid of those air traffic controllers. I
Mhm.
never forgot that one.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Ronald Reagan was crazy as hell. He was another one in office, all old and falling apart.
Mm.
Y'all know they put Mitch McConnell in a wheelchair now. They got tired of picking him up from all them falls.
Yep, I seen them. They picking him up from work. Um, they transporting his behind. Trump is mad at him because he wouldn't vote that Kennedy boy in, but he still
Mhm.
got confirmed.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Look,
RFK Jr. Yeah, he was
talking about
confirmed.
Mitch Freeze.
Yep, that's what I call them, Mitch Freeze.
Mm.
Mhm.
Well, he busted up his hand real good too. His hand was so swollen. It's been time to retire.
Mhm.
Been time.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, y'all, that's all we were gathering for, just to let you know how much money they have spent on these illegals. And now they're sending them back home.
Well, there will be more to come. It won't be, no doubt. We're gonna find out more. I think they're gonna spoon feed it to us. I've been digging into the website, but they make it really hard for you to like really see what the full breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna keep digging because I don't give up easy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
No, they probably gave them trillions of dollars. Well, whatever the amount, they sure didn't give it to us.
Mm-mm.
That's for sure. They didn't give nothing to us.
Oh, and one thing I want to say as you close out, I'm taking joy in watching white farmers piss and moan.
You ain't never lie.
Oh Lord, they are pissing and moaning. Wait a minute, Trump, you weren't supposed to do this to us. We supported you. Now what we need the people to do, you just get this video and then you spread it around and all because I need to get my money. Now once I get my money, I don't care what happened after that. That's what one of them said. And they've been dragging his tail. So he said, well, since how he come back, he gonna come back real smart, Alec. He said, well, actually, it's been helping me, even though y'all trying to drag me. And the white girl that's been putting up the video, she said, did it save your farm? Did it save
Mm-hmm.
your farm? Did it save your
Mm-hmm.
farm? She won't let up and all. She said, yeah, you might have got a few dollars out of it, but did it save your farm?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's what they get. Yeah, but they didn't
Mm-hmm.
give a damn what
They
happened
didn't
to
care
the
about
black.
the black farmers.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them are sitting on stolen land. Land they have stolen from black farmers. A lot of them. A lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I don't feel bad for them. And when the funding gets frozen, remember they're not getting paid. They're not getting their money. They usually get, their welfare from the government. It's welfare when it's anyone else, but when it's them, it's always something different.
Yeah, I seen that email that you had about the boycott that Sharpton is putting on. I disagree with Al Sharpton. I should have responded back to you because I usually do. But I totally disagree with a 1 day boycott. It's not gonna change nothing.
No, you got
You
to
got
make it long term.
you got to make way long term. Like you got to do stuff like black folks stop shopping in Target and
Mm-hmm.
Target change backpedal on that DEI stuff because they stocks plummeted. But to
Mm-hmm.
boycott for 1 day is not, they're not gonna feel it. That's nothing. That is
Yeah.
nothing at all. So Al
Yeah, those
Sharpton,
rich folks are just going to laugh at you over a 1 day boycott.
yeah,
They're going to laugh at you.
Al Sharpton is stuck in them we shall overcome days. And what did we get out of that?
Mm-hmm.
Not a damn thing. The white woman benefited from it.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Waste of time. So, y'all, thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate our time together. We'll definitely come back again tomorrow on another topic. And I got several of them. I'll just decide which one I'll do tomorrow morning.
She thinks she might, because no telling what'll happen to tomorrow. She thinks she might. I'm just
Yeah,
saying. It's Trump in office, Lisa. You
I
don't know.
know. I
Any
know.
anything subject to happen. Just have
Mm-hmm.
your shit on deck because you don't know
Mm-hmm.
what's gonna happen.
So if Trump decide to throw Elon and that old snot-nosed boy out, I'm going to definitely come live.
We're gonna see a video of Trump beating that little boy's ass.
Yeah, right. True Royal. He gonna beat his butt, and then when he's done, he gonna throw that diaper on him.
Oh Lord! Oh no! Oh goodness!
Oh man.
Oh,
Oh man.
Trump
Let
ain't
me leave. I need to shut up and just get off of here.
okay,
Shalom,
Lisa.
family.
Okay, I shade to the royal family. That is funny.